Hello and welcome to my channel. I just finished making everything for a swap. It's the swap is hosted by the cheeky bum, Lacie, and I'll put her link below. And it is a witch swap, and it's been so much fun. It's taken me forever to get everything done, but it's really been a lot of fun. Our requirements were a layered mem dex, at least 5 layers, a sequin mix, a beaded item, and a set of embellishments for potion bottles, brooms, cauldrons, and witch hats. And then we had to package it in a witchy way. So I've done a couple things here. First of all, I wanted you to see what everything looks like I'll put together. Then I'll take everything out and I'll show you everything. Then at the end, don't leave, because then I have to show you something I did with the whole thing. And that's why you're going to see item numbers on things. For example, see this 7 and this 6. Stay till the end and find out why everything's numbered, because I did something cute to go with it. Okay, so first of all, to package in a witchy way, every witch has a spell book, right? So I got this book. You know, it's just one of those boxes that look like a book. I got this, I think at Dollar General or else Dollar Tree. And so I put a piece of this paper here to cover it up. And then I put Book of Spells. I've got a spider. This is a witch or a ghost die cut with a hat and a pumpkin. I had this in my stash from a swap I hosted 2 years ago, I think. Then I've added some feathers and this twig stuff. It's from Dollar Tree. It looks like this. Twig garland is what they call it. I use it a lot for Halloween. I love it. And then I bought a Book of Spells clip art, and I put this in my silhouette, shrunk it down, put some brown around the edges, kind of wrinkled up the pages so that it would look a little bit old. And then you can see some flowers here and a spider with a little bling on it. And then this witch is an adorable clip art set that I got off Etsy, and I'll put the link for this. It's so cute. So then when you open up my book, right here I have another book, and then I put 31. You can see where I've added the colors around the edges. And then this just says Book of Spells, Table of Contents, Chapter 1, Keeping Track of Your Memories, Chapter 2, How to Store Sequin Mixes, Chapter 3, Writing Spells with a Beaded Pen, Chapter 4, Storing Potion Bottles, Chapter 5, The Perfect Cauldron, Chapter 6, Why Witches Need Hats, Chapter 7, Tuning Up Your Broom. That doesn't go with my things that are numbered. Well, it kind of goes with my things that are numbered. Yeah, it does. And then I put a cute back paper clip right there. So I'm going to take this stuff out, and I won't be showing you things in order. Well, maybe a little bit of order, but anyway. And then here's the rest. Here's the other side of that spell book paper. So I just put that in the bottom just as a decoration. Okay, so as I show these, I'm going to lay them down so I can show them again at the end. Okay, for my beaded item, this is my beaded pin. Cute little ghosty with some beads, and I put some sequins, and I just cut a piece of cardstock. And then this is a rosette I had in my stash, and a die cut from my Halloween swap a couple of years ago. So that's my beaded item. And then here are my potion bottles. I packaged them. Stop it. My dogs are in here fighting. I used this eek from, I think it's KS Crafts. Hey, leave her alone. Leave her alone. It never fails. When I try and do a video, they decide to start fighting. And this is a big potion bottle, but I think they're cute. So these are my 2 potion bottles. So on this swap, you could make 2 and receive 2, I made 2, but I will be receiving 1 because my second package is going to be for Lacie for hosting the swap. So there's my potion bottles. And then I'm not going to take these out. These are my cauldrons. And this right here is a haunted house napkin, and I just laminated it so that I could put these on with sticky dots. And then this one has orange, green, and black, white sequins. This one has pink. And then, again, there's that cute ghost clip art. And then I've got a bat and a ghost and a spider and a pumpkin. So I'm happy with how those turned out. So that's 5. Okay. And then I just added this in as a little gift. I got these at Michael's. Let's see, I'll just move that. Put that in the book. And then here's my Mamdex. So this is a coffin that I cut out, and then I laminated it, and then I glued some of that spider trim from Michael's on there. Added a bow, and then here's my Mamdex. I've got a cauldron in the back that's a shaker. And then this is a witch hat. This is part of the witch. This is the witch Mamdex die cut set that just came out from Scrap Diva, and I'll put my link below if you'd like to order. I'll put my code. If you use my code, you'll save 10%. And then I've got a little spider, some cute, beautiful flowers. These little items here are from Paige Taylor Evans from her Halloween collection this year. It's her puffy stickers. And then I've got a little bow here. I did the band of the hat in holographic, and I'm just really happy with how this turned out. I think it's cute. And then I did sew around the edge on my sewing machine. Okay, then here's my sequin mix. I've got it taped shut, so I'm not going to open it, but I ordered these off Temu. They're like the little McDonald's Boo buckets. Isn't that cute? And then on the black spoon, I glued a witch. Okay, and then let me show you what I did here. So I found these paper plates yesterday at Home Goods, and I got this idea from, I think it was the Pink Ape, I think. Anyway, this is vinyl, so I just cut it, and then I sewed it on with my machine, with my sewing machine. And then this Witch Power is part of that Witch memory deck set from Erica, and then I just printed this clip art and glued that on. I think that turned out super cute. And then I ordered these broom pens from Temu. And then the Skelly, I got these this year at Target in the back where all their Halloween stuff is. And you get these in a package. There's 2 green, 2 orange, and 2 whites for $5. And then I got these hats off Temu. And I did hot glue this on, but it didn't hold. So now I've got it drying with E6000. I'm pretty sure that's going to hold it really good. So I'll just move those out of the way for a sec. Okay, and then here are my broom embellishments. And I will do a video tutorial on this. These are cupcake liners. And I cut the middle out and used this part as the broom because it's already all folded. So I thought that'd be cute. And then I've tied some bows. These are the picks from Michael's, the bat and like in that fun food section they have, and then a pumpkin. And then this is that same printable that I showed earlier. And then I put little pom-poms on the end. And then I've got some caramels. These are coffee caramels that I got yesterday at Home Goods, and they are absolutely delicious. This little donut die cut, isn't that cute? And then I just made this on my silhouette, Eat If You Dare. So I just got a little package of those. Move those out of the way as well. And then my craft fair just got over, and I had some leftovers of these, so I'm putting this in there as a little gift. This is my boo bucket that I made on my silhouette, and I bought the clip art. And then this is a bat charm that I laminated and put on there. And then this skeleton is some other clip art that I bought. And this ghost is a Post-it note holder, sticky notes. And then the pens from Dollar Tree, and then the bracelets I ordered on Amazon. I will put those in my link. And then some Skittles and an Airhead. So these were a really good seller. I sold these at my craft fair this year for $5.50, and I sold quite a few. So I better cross out the price before I put that in there. So that's going to be included as well. Okay, and then this is my witch hat embellishments. So this bag topper, I just took another cupcake liner and I just made slits and then folded it in half. These look like wax seals. I just got these from Daiso. We just got a Daiso here by my house. I'm so excited. So I got those at Daiso. And then you guys look at these. This is my favorite thing that I made for the swap, and probably my favorite thing that I've ever made for any swap I've ever been in. So let's start with this one. This is the Voodoo mini album from Scrap Diva. So you can see it comes with 3 layers. This is Doodlebug paper. So, and then normally the eyes would be cut out and you would just see black looking through. But I just did the cutouts again with glitter, and I just glued those on there. And look how funny this is. It's such a coincidence. Those look like her eyelashes, but it was part of one of these stems, and it's just in the perfect position. Isn't that so funny? And then here's the witch hat, that same Mem Deck set from Scrap Diva. And this is a crow. This is some material. I'll show you this in just a sec, because I got this. Shara Crane had this, and so I asked her where she got it, and she said Amazon. I've got a little bell there. So I took that same material. I bought black, orange, and purple, and I braided it, made it look like a scarf around her neck. And then I added this spider charm. And then there's her heart. And then these little books were at Michael's this year in their little miniatures section, spells, curses, and potions. And it actually has paper in there. Isn't that cute? I thought that would be perfect for a witch swap. So there she is. And then here's the other one. I made this so you could see the pink. Actually, I told you wrong on this one. You wouldn't see the black. You would see the pink. And the eyes didn't show up very well, so that's why I cut those out again and added those in. But this one I just left them how they are because they showed up really well. So there's the hat. This is a die cut in my stash. The ghost is a die cut in my stash. And then these are more as those Paige Evans puppy stickers. But I just think these turned out absolutely adorable. I'm so excited. So I hope my recipient loves them. Okay, let's see. And that was... Okay, those are number 6. I got to put these in order so I can show you what I did. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So on top of my box, just sitting on top, this is the part that I'm showing that I said stay to the end. So this is like a little book, and I called it The Land of Witch Swap. And I put author unknown, but she was a crafty witch. And then I just put these jump rings and then that little seed bead hanger right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this and then show each item so that you can see how it will be when the recipient opens the package, okay? Okay, so this says, The Land of Witch Swap. Once upon a time in the land of Witch Swap, there lived a cheerful little witch named Marigold Moonbeam. She wasn't your ordinary spellcaster, oh no. Instead of brewing potions and hexes, Marigold crafted pure magic from paper. Her cottage smelled of parchment and shimmered with glittering snippets of dreams, for everything she made came to life in the hands of kind witches like you. One breezy October morning, Marigold, I had to yawn, received a mysterious scroll tied with a pretty string, and then it says, read the scroll. Okay, so this is the scroll, and it will come like this with a little dot and then, a glue dot. So then the recipient will just pull it off and read the scroll. It says, Dearest Witch, you've been chosen to join the Great Witch Swap. Gather your finest creations, 7 enchanted items made of paper, and send them across the realms. When your partner opens each one, her magic shall grow tenfold. Okay, back to the story. Okay, so she read the scroll. Now we turn the page. Excited beyond words, Marigold began her crafting spell. First, she created a memory dex card that says open package number 1. With pretty colors and purple flowers, it whispered her favorite witch memories and a secret recipe for laughter. Next came the sequin mix. It glistened like bottled starlight. For sparkle in dull moments, she giggled. Swirling colors together, each shake of the mix released tiny giggles of joy into the air. Her beaded pen was next. A wand disguised for stationery. With every word it wrote, kindness bloomed, and even grumpy toads found themselves smiling mid-croak. Then she filled potion bottles, each no bigger than her thumb, with shimmer dust, confetti moons, and paper wishes. For courage, creativity, and caffeine, she whispered, labeling them neatly. Her cauldron, made from cardstock and filled with shiny ingredients that glowed softly under the candlelight. It was said that any witch who gazed into it would find her truest inspiration. For her witch hats, she crafted the cutest voodoo dolls cut from colorful papers that could proudly display the colorful hats. She cut, curled, and glued miniature marvels of brooms, which were ready at all times to ride the night sky. Also tucked inside the great spellbook were a few little extras, which hopefully tickled her swap partner's fancy. As the enchanted wind carried her parcel away, Marigold smiled, knowing her magic, crafted with scissors, glue, and love, would soon dance in another witch's hands. And from that day forward, every autumn breeze that rustled through the paper forest whispered softly, once a witch of Witch Swap, always a witch of the paper realm. So that is my swap. I'm going to get it in the mail, and I'm excited for the recipients, for Lacie and then my swap partner. So thanks so much for watching. Please come back again and have a great day. Bye for now.